You described having recently had some, I know you're making a bit of a joke around this, but recently having someone say to you that they'd never spend money the way you do, and you're playing yourself. And you ask for some clarity, and you give a couple of, statistics of how people often spend their money. Um, Share with us what that was about.
Yeah.
And because we deal with this all the time as clinicians in the natural healthcare world, don't we?
Isn't it crazy how many people will say, "Oh, that's too expensive.
Right.
I can't possibly buy a DNA test." And I think to myself how expensive our bad habits are. Like the average person who's smoking is spending $12,000 a year on their smoking habit. If you casually drink, just casually, not a heavy drinker, you're spending $3,000 a year. Wow, that's 15 grand that you could spend on your health. So when people say, "Oh, I couldn't possibly afford to eat the way you do," I'm like, "You do know that deli meat is way more expensive than steak?" Like, do you know that potato chips are actually one of the most expensive foods on the planet, boasting up to $5 for 100 grams of
Right.
potato chips? And yet, if we look at the most expensive health foods, they're far below that.
Ironically, paying to harm ourselves.